Hey everyone, welcome back. A little bit of an update. As you can see, there's something new. Shade cloth is up 40%. Super excited. Could have done more because it's still a little bit of wilting, but it's been over 24 hours and it has been awesome. Now, not super ideal, but it is a super hot climate, and I mean, you can only expect so much. Uh, with it being around 4 p.m., this normally would be completely flat, kind of like that, I guess, the last video that's been posted. And right now, all the big leaves are a little wilted, but even the small leaves are doing great right now. So that means that if I did want to put a timer on it, I only have to worry about one watering a day. And I'm just so excited because right now I'm just having a little bit of issues. It could be considered overwatering, underwatering, if not the whole bag dries out. But with it wilting, I have to water it. So I've been having a little bit of issues. So I think this will kind of help save me a little bit of money, save the environment a little bit, a little better, a little bit more water conservation. Also have to buy less fertilizers, etc., etc. So hopefully this keeps helping out and keeps doing what it's supposed to do. With the green beans, they are a little pale themselves, and I looked it up, and it could be a bunch of things, but over and under watering was one of the main things that popped up for me, and makes sense. I wouldn't say that I'm underwatering it, but if it dries out and I'm watering once a day, then it could go through dry spurts of just being, hot, dry soil. And that can cause lots of issues. Or overwatering, if not all of it is drained out and the bottom is still wet. One thing I have not tried yet is putting on concrete. I wanted to put on the grass so the bottom stays a little bit wet, but maybe that is causing a little bit of root rot or just extra water retention in the bottom. The top's nice and dry, even the first couple inches could be dry, but if the bottom is really wet, then it's going to be considered overwatering because it never dries out down there. So a lot to kind of figure out, but this is just absolutely, if you live in a warmer climate, even if it's not super hot, shade cloths are the way to go. This was like $24, and it is a 20 by 10. It's even slightly wider than my outdoor covering. So I had to fold over the last two grommets on top of each other, just so it's not just kind of hanging down right here. But even then, like right now, it's a little bit cloudy, only for a short period of time, but it is so much nicer. Even if I'd have the issues with them drying out so quickly, just stepping in here earlier, kind of wandering around, grabbing a couple things, checking some stuff out, it was so much cooler and so much nicer. And thankfully, it's high up here, a little bit lower here, but plenty of crossway for pollinators and no birds, nothing like that getting stuck. No issues there, thankfully. One thing that I kind of want to do is fix that end a little bit. It's a little bit saggy, but I do like repurposing as much as I can. So I was able to find some string off an old tent gazebo type covering that I had, and these are our poles from a screened in trampoline, and not super ideal, but it works fantastic. Eventually I do want to put this somewhere else. Right now I am super happy where it's at, but just being under here, it's just so much cooler, so much better. I don't really have to worry about that much, but I'm assuming, where I live could be some thick, heavy raindrops. So, splashing up on the plants a little bit more. It is a little fine, but not too crazy. I'm sure that is super washed out. You can kind of see against the edge of the house. But yeah, it's not bad, and it's holding up pretty well. I put the leaf blower to it on max to make sure nothing crazy was going to happen. It wasn't going to take a huge gust of wind and just start ripping things out, or the grommets were going to rip out. So super happy, super excited, and honestly, I'll probably end up getting an extra one when the time comes. And that's just because when I eventually move everything over to my shed, I think it'd be really cool to have a covering either together, kind of covering the whole, like almost like a new porch, or on the left and right side of a door, and give me a little bit of a walkway in between. But so far I'm super happy, super excited. Like I said, I could have done 50% probably. This is 40. So far I am super happy with it. It'll really keep me from fletching out too many nutrients, because even if I fertilize it later in the day, I have to rewater it again. So I'm probably losing a lot from evaporation. Their grow bags are not meant to really handle like just too much water. It's just going to seep out anyways if you overwater, and so I'm probably just flushing out a lot, and that's obviously not great. It can cause lots of issues. But the only thing you really watch out for is while you're hanging it up, be careful. It is like a nylon, some type of fabric. I can obviously look it up and put it in the description. But the fabric itself isn't going to be super durable if you're trying to hang it up somewhere on wood or metal. Just be careful, it could cut. I wouldn't be super worried about it because it should be really easy to fix with a piece of sewing string or twine, whatever. I don't think it would probably spread too much. If you did, have a little tiny cut, I don't think it's just gonna catch the wind one day and just tear in half. But super excited, super happy, and I'm gonna do a little update once probably the summertime fully hits. It is getting 90 degrees if you are curious. Yesterday was mid 80s and today's early 90s. But I want to experience this when it gets like 105 and put it to the rural test. So it'll be one of the update videos in the future. Possibly it could be moved by then. We'll see. Hey, so I edited the video a little bit, and I realized how many times I said super. I was super excited. Still am super excited. Do I regret it? No. Do I acknowledge the fact that I said it way too many times? Absolutely. Still hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.